Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It really does help our videos get out there in the YouTube algorithms and seek out new captains. And of course, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to our YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains, where we can share our love, our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Yes, so 3 things we got to go over. So as we do, we'll go over each of the blogs, drop the 2 ECs, and then at the end, give our conclusion. So first up, captains on PC. Every tech upgrade used this weekend will apply twice as many technology points towards your next upgrade. So there you go. We got upgrade weekend coming up. So still striving to get the greatest performance out of your equipment, this weekend will be the perfect time to apply tech upgrades to your gear, as we're doubling the amount of technology points earned from each one applied. So from October 5th to October 9th. So as of the release of this video, it'll be today, and it goes until the 9th. Every tech upgrade used will apply twice as many technology points toward your next upgrade. This in turn reduces the amount of dilithium that must be spent to reach each upgrade threshold, allowing captains additional chances to attain both mark and rarity increases of their favored loadouts. So there we go, caps. I don't think I have any to upgrade this weekend, maybe, but we'll see. We'll always have a look. And to those who are waiting, well, there we go. Next up, actually, we'll leave this one for last. We'll go here first because this literally just came up 10 minutes ago as of the recording of this video. So it's a patch note. Star Trek Online will have PC maintenance today. Of course, estimated downtime is 2.5 hours. You can find the patch notes here. So here we go, PC patch notes, and this is only for the PC bridge for October 5th. So captains now once again earn bonus dilithium from the Borg Tesseract event. Now this is pertaining to this message out earlier from the X feed, which was, where'd it go? I thought it was over here somewhere. There you go. Captains, there is an issue with the Borg Tesseract event, and to solve it, we are briefly turning off the ability to earn bonus dilithium from the event. This will be fixed in maintenance soon, at which point we'll turn bonus dil back on. So what had happened, or what was happening, was every single time a captain was doing the event, they were earning the bonus dilithium for the next day. So usually you get your cooldown before you get the bonus dilithium. That wasn't the case. It kept climbing and climbing and climbing. So that was indeed a bug. That is going to be fixed, and I heard some captains actually went a little overboard with that, but hopefully no one gets in trouble, because I know captains were, or who actually play events to get actual marks on their other alts, and some didn't even know that they were getting the bonus dilithium. So hopefully that doesn't affect them, but we'll keep reading the patch notes here. Resolved an issue with the console universal covert warhead module. So now that it properly triggers abilities that are triggered on cloaking. So I believe that was the one on the Eagle, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. If I am, let me know in the comments below, caps. All versions of the following items now correctly share equip limits with set omnis. This means they can be equipped with non-set omnis at the same time now. Omnidirectional interlacing Tetryon beam array from the Looming Threats event. Omnidirectional protostar phaser beam array for the Do You Believe in a No-Win Scenario August 23 version. So there you go. That is a thing. I would never use the Tetryon. I'm a Fetty boy. So this one, I've been loving using this one though, the protostar one. I love the visuals of the protostar phaser beams. I really do. They match the ones that were also shown on Picard. So definitely something. Oh yeah, there you go. I do have something to upgrade. Those protostar phasers. There you go. That's what we're upgrading this weekend. Some gaps in the geometry of the Inquiry Battlecruiser Gamma skin have been fixed. Didn't even notice. Been using that for a bit since it came out, didn't even notice. So that is the patch notes there, my caps. And that'll be happening and that'll be fixed or be live at least by the time or a little bit after this video releases. Next one up here, and which we kind of knew this was coming, all of us, since it was kind of mentioned there in the 10-4 stream by Kale, which we also did a video on it. The Dauntless 2 of Star Trek Prodigy is coming to the Infinity Lockbox on PC next week. And there is a pic of the ship. Can't say I like this one. I really don't, to be honest. The original one, I do, compared to this. Not to say that I like the original one, but compared to this reminds me of a Goomba from Super Mario Brothers when you look at it from ahead. But there it is again, just a shot of the Goomba, the Dauntless, and it's called the Dauntless 2 actually. So command the Dauntless 2. The Dauntless 2 from Star Trek Prodigy is coming to PC in Infinity Lockbox on October 12th, so that's next week. The Dauntless 2 Command Science Destroyer from Star Trek Prodigy is joining the Infinity Lockbox on October 12th. I'm surprised this ship came out this early, especially right after the Protostar. For some reason, I feel like this probably should have been a little bit more down the road, but it is what it is. The original Dauntless was a copy of a fraud. An alien race created a false Federation starship to lure the captain and crew of the USS Voyager. While partially successful, this effort caught the eye of Starfleet engineering once the Voyager completed its historic return to Federation space, and the advanced slipstream mechanism aboard provided the foundation for the Dauntless. The Dauntless 2, on the other hand, is a reimagined as a true Federation starship molded by the experiences of Voyager's Captain Catherine Janeway. It retains the advanced quantum slipstream drive and scientific nature and adds it to an absolute premium on the survival of the crew. Its prototype asymmetric shielding technology allows unprecedented integrity of the forward shields. And that defense is bolstered by an ability to surge torpedoes onto the battlefield in a spectacular, if not sustainable, way. This deterrence stops fights before they start. Each enemy captain knows their ship cannot hope to pierce the Dauntless 2's shield before the beautiful display of formation flying torpedoes finds a hole in theirs. Wow, they're really leaning into the whole torpedo thing. I like it, but there is another shot of it. I mean, if there's any profile here that I like about this ship, it's probably just the side profile. But other than that, this is just not really doing anything for me, in all honesty. But it may for you, Captain. That's okay. This is the ship, then there you go. And again, remember, all the ships that are released this year in promo or R&D will be available for your next year's event campaign prize. So there's something to think about. I know it's a long ways away yet, but three and a half events, you'll be really done. And that's usually about half a year to 3.5. So or 3/4, I should say, of a year to get your promo ship. If you're just doing the daily or the event every day when it's on, by 3 events, start of the 4th one, you should be able to have enough actual progression to get your reward. So there's that. This is not even going to make my list, to be honest with you, just on pure looks alone. And I've always said this, ships got to do it for me. Looks first, performance maybe. Performance is more like a bonus to me if I like a ship, but this, no. But let's keep going on here. Dauntless 2 Command Science Dreadnought. Even though it's a command ship, Gaps, you know I love my command ships, I just can't. So the starship, oh wait. Starship includes a commander, temporal operations. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, for some reason I guess I thought it was torpedoes and I thought it was a command ship. I am wrong. This starship includes a commander science / temporal operations specialist bridge officer seat and a lieutenant commander engineering miracle worker specialist bridge officer seat. All right. Nope. It is command. It is command. Why would you do this? Even your copy and paste. Like, come on, bruh. Okay, let's do this again. It has a commander science command. There you go. That makes more sense. And a lieutenant commander engineering temp. So it is a torp boat. torp size ship. So again, tier 6 Federation line must complete the tutorial. Hull mod 1.2, shield mod 1.6. There's a 4-3 layout with 3 device slots. And yes, it is a command primary with temp. Yeah, so your, of course, concentrate firepower with, of course, call artillery barrage and your recursive shearing. Would I use it? Of course. But would I get it? No. And then, of course, it still comes with Lieutenant Commander Tactical, 1 Ensign Universal, 1 Lieutenant Universal. Consoles 4 TAC, 2 Eng, and 5 Psi. Base turn rate is 7, impulse mod 0.16, inertia 35, plus 5 shield power, plus 15 aux power. It can equip dual cannons. The console Universal is a JDMA launch cells. Hangar bay equipped with Delta Flyer. Interesting. Secondary deck deflector slot. Sensor analysis, subsystem targeting. It comes with hyper advanced quantum slipstream drive. Inspiration abilities and the Starship Mastery Package is of a science vessel, so plus exotic, plus shield, plus healing, plus shield regen and hardness, and the Starship trait is the Vanguard shield shaping. So another shield trait, it seems. The Admiralty stats, Eng 23, size 61, and TAC 42. Special is minus 10% maintenance per TAC ship or size ship. I really wish they would keep consistent with showing us Universal consoles, like just make it a video or a GIF, at least to get an idea. Like this, you can kind of see what it is, but I think like a GIF or a video would be better. Which they have done some. With the Protostar, they had a video of it shooting out the 3-piece. Or sorry, that was the event reward. Shooting out the 3-piece was shooting out the warp core, but they showed a video. I think that'd be better. Anyways, we'll continue here. So the Universal is a JDMA launch cells. Activating this joint directed munition attack console releases a wave of simplified torpedoes with warheads armed by mixtures of exotic particles too unstable for long-term storage. Wow, they're really trying to appeal for torpedoes on this one, definitely. They arc toward the target, overwhelming their defenses with a large number of smaller impacts that more effectively deliver force into the foe's hull. The kinetic damage dealt by this attack is modified by aux power and either projectile weapon skill or exotic particle generation, whichever is greater. It counts as both an exotic and a projectile attack. Interesting. That could be the first, captains. Let me know in the comment below if that is a first weapon console that counts as both. Again, could be wrong. I don't know all of them. Sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie. That does sound cool. Inspired by Captain Janeway's frequent need to clarify an ambiguous battlefield with a show of force, this ship modification contains a huge number of quasi-guided small torpedoes, stored in simple racks of tubes behind explosive bulkheads. They cannot be quickly reloaded and are more size constrained, but they can be fired in far more rapid succession than traditional torpedoes. The resulting explosions are sufficient to damage both the target and nearby enemy vessels, especially those caught in artificial gravity wells. As those who have faced her know, Janeway doesn't mess around. I like that. In addition to its active abilities, this console provides a passive bonus to max aux power, projectile weapons training, and exotic particle generation. So the Starship trait is the Vanguard shield shaping. After achieving level 5 in your Dauntless 2 Command Science Dreadnought, you will unlock the Vanguard shield shaping Starship trait. While this trait is slotted, activating a bridge officer torpedo firing mode or exotic damage ability grants a bonus kinetic damage and forward shield facing. In each case, the mechanism is the same. Particle projectors are used to bias the shield forward, creating an overcharged region of the field. Again, they're trying to make sure this sells, in my opinion, because torpedoes still do good when it comes to quote-unquote the meta. Torpedoes passing through this region receive knock-on benefits as the excess shield energy is shunted into their warheads. This is very bad for the longevity of the warhead, but since torpedoes fired in combat tend not to spend much time in storage, the trade-off is acceptable. It would be interesting to see what, let's say, our Spencer would say, our good friend Casual SAB would say about this. But that sounds interesting. But it says grants bonus kinetic damage. So usually the word bonus means cat 2. So we'll have to see what that is. So that is the blog for the Dauntless 2 Command Science Dreadnought. This is a mistake here. It is a command/temporal operations ship as opposed to what they put here, temp miracle worker, because that wouldn't have made sense at all. Especially after you give us a story about torpedoes and then you make it like a temp and or miracle worker. So definitely command is something. And I like the lore behind it. It's not enough for me to get the ship, to be honest with you. So captains, if this is something you've been waiting for, there you go. Especially since the Protostar came out, that we kind of knew it was only a matter of time before this ship came into game. But it's going to be available there for you starting October 12th. And again, you don't need to gamble by opening Infinity Lock boxes. You can wait. If you're patient, you can get this as your reward for next year's event campaign. But of course, like myself, I have a lot more ships ahead of this. If I were ever, this is probably at the bottom of the list because of how they've made it sound with torpedo and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I guess never say never, but we'll just have to see. So Caps, that is the quick update video for this morning. For today, give us your opinion on what you think of the Dauntless 2 in the comments below. And of course, hit that like button. And of course, if you're new here, subscribe to our YouTube Bridge. And we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.